Good morning, world. We have come for a little trip in Grandad's car.
To an indoor playground.
That's right, yeah. I brought you with me. So we've just arrived at a mall which is near to Dad, and we came here the other day and I had my eyes tested. We went to an optician's, which is one of the things I wanted to do while we were off the island, and I came with Dad the other day to do it, and today we're picking up the glasses, so hopefully they'll be ready. So this is Dad's kind of local Robinson's. It's about a half-hour drive. And I left Jay at the house with Poppy. We're actually leaving Cavite today, so Jay is packing up the bags and the car. Alright, I got them. I'll show you them later. We're inside a Christmas tree. It's very sweet in here. Got air balloons.
There's Santa in it.
Yeah. Huh?
There's Santa in it. It's toy sacks instead of normal sacks on the air balloon.
Yeah. Come on then. So we're just heading upstairs to the next floor. Hopefully this place will be open. I saw they had a Kidzonia area, so I thought Story would enjoy that this morning. Yeah. First up, Story is on the trampoline. That was her first request. So it was 240 pesos for 1 hour in here, and the guardian, so me, is free. And if you had another adult with you or another guardian, then they're 100 pesos each. So Dad has gone off to Starbucks to get himself a coffee while Story's in here playing. I pre-planned ahead and bought our own socks. You have to have socks on in here, but they do actually sell socks as well, so if you didn't have any with you, you can buy them. Story's made a friend already. They are off playing. I think I'm just going to go and sit over here while she's doing her thing. It is actually really good in here. Story made a friend within seconds, and they've been running around playing together the whole time. It's really nice to see. It's actually pretty good in here. They've got a massive ball pool. It all looks really clean and new. Slides, loads of different toys. They've got some really lovely doll houses. Having fun?
Yeah.
They've got some musical instruments and lots of kind of mini play zones set up, like a flower shop and a hospital and things like that for some role play games. Story's certainly having fun. What have you got there? Strawberries! They even have one of these big Zorbs in here, which is fun. Story's been enjoying this. Alright, time's up, Story! Time's up! Time to go!
Away from you.
Time's up. Our hour is done. Alright, how was that?
Really hot.
Yeah, you're hot and sweaty and sticky.
Yeah.
You need a drink now.
Yeah.
Was it fun though?
Yeah. So the playground was really nice and clean. Like I even met a friend like in the other vlog we made. And so if you ask how good it is, really good. I give that a thumbs up. So there was like a big slide and a small slide. There was a ball pit that I spent most of the time in. A fruit stand, like loads of fruit stands. It's just too many stuff.
We just left the Starbucks here in the mall. I've picked up some food to take back for lunch for us all, for Jay and for Story. We're going to eat it back at the house before we head off to the city.
And I'm back in the vlogs. I've just been doing a lot of cleaning up at the other house, making sure we're checked out and ready to go, giving things a little hoover up, make sure Poppy's sofa was nice and clean. And Poppy's very interested to see your new glasses.
Yeah, so do a glasses reveal.
Yeah.
I'll put them on.
Oh, that looks nice.
What do you think?
Come a bit closer. Yeah, I like that. It's a nice shape. I like
They're
that.
rose gold and blush pink.
Yeah, I like the frame. Yeah, it's like a zebra pattern. Is it a different prescription?
Yes, slightly. So before my eyes were 50, 75, and now they're 75, 75.
So it's got a bit
So
worse?
my right eye got a bit worse,
Yeah.
but he said it was because of too much light, and they're light sensitive, and so he's put anti-irritation lenses in as well.
Okay.
So he said it should help with like computer work, or what I use them for is nighttime with all this like starburst effects and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
Yeah, so nighttime or cinema or watching TV, basically that's all I use them for. So
It's good.
yeah, I like them.
Bye, Grandad. Okay.
We are now leaving Cavite City. We've said our goodbyes to Dad and Lola. It actually won't be the last time that you see Dad and Lola in the vlogs though on this trip. So a little hint there for a future video coming up. The car is packed up. Are you excited to go back to the big city?
Yeah,
Yeah, you had fun in Cavite with Grandad though, didn't we?
I did.
Yeah, I did too. Have to say congratulations to Daddy. You did a good job, Jay, of packing up the car this morning.
Yeah, it's looking like a lot more compact than I thought it would.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
it's nice to have a bit of space in the car when you're travelling such long distances like we're going to be doing over the next week or so, getting back to Siargao. If you're so cramped up, and it just gets a little bit irritating, so it's nice that we've still got foot space and things like that, so well done. Poppy was a little bit anxious, Jay said, while he was doing all the car packing, but she seems to be nice and calm and peaceful right now. She's in her spot looking out of her view deck. I think she thought she was going to get left behind maybe.
Just got confused, I think,
Yeah.
because I'd moved the car out of the driveway to pack it. So she probably thought we were leaving, because the car's been stuck at home for a
Yeah.
while, hasn't it? I'm glad that we've stayed in the Cavite City area for this amount of time. I wasn't sure if we were going to enjoy it, but it's been really good to be close to your dad and to Lola and just like be actual neighbours for a while.
Yeah.
See what it's like to live his life here in Cavite City area.
It has been very nice to be so close to my dad actually. It was funny because, you know, he'd ring up in the morning and be like, oh, we've got some croissants, do you want one? And then, oh, I'll pop one over, and just like comes over with a box full of pastries in the morning. And last night we took a bottle of red wine round to my dad and we just shared dinner together. So yeah, it was very, very nice to be here, and I'm glad that we did spend this time here after Christmas and had New Year's here. It was very nice. Right now we are actually driving back into Manila. We're actually not heading off just yet. We're having a few more days here in the city.
Yeah, there's a couple more things we want to get done. We really want to take Story to the trampoline centre, and there's a few like kind of kid-friendly activities that are planned. We might try and see if we can redo the Night of Lights, because we now have a receipt from IKEA which we read might allow us to get access to the Night of Lights if it's still running.
Yeah, it might have finished by now, but
Yeah.
we can see.
So it's been nice to experience the difference between like suburban life an hour south of BGC. But for me personally, if we were to move to Luzon, it would have to be BGC would be my place to go, specifically because I like the space there.
Yeah.
I like that you can walk further without having to kind of like weave in and out of like broken pavements. It feels a little bit more well made there. So
Yeah, I think as pet owners as well, living in BGC would have to be where we would focus our search in a way, because it's got wider pavements, there's some grassy spots, there's parks.
yeah, green spaces are definitely more abundant around there. And just like comparing city life to, let's say, island life, I still really think that I would always want to live on an island or live closer to nature. So I'm not sure if that means island or province or just, but it would have to be somewhere where I open my door, I open my window and I see a view of some kind and peace and quiet. I think that would be most important to me. So let's say, for example, here around Cavite City, you have to travel quite far before you start seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And to me that would be like moving back to London or something.
Yeah.
you know, I don't really need that in my life, but I can see the appeal of why people would stay around here, especially if you've got family nearby and you've got your local places that you already know. It can get comfortable.
Yeah.
And we were discussing with Grandad a few days ago about like how a lot of the suburbs and kind of areas outside of BGC and Makati basically are like this. This is a lot of what the Philippines is like.
Yeah, this is the real Philippines.
Yeah.
You could come to Manila and stay in BGC or a fancy hotel for a few nights and think that you've seen the Philippines and you had a wonderful time in Manila, but really, unless you come to somewhere like this is what 80%, 90% even of the Philippines is actually like. So this is the real life in the Philippines here.
One thing that I really like about this place, this area, or just all over the Philippines, comparing it to our travels and living in other places in the world, is that even in a local place like this, it's easy for us to communicate. Pretty much everybody here speaks English. It's crazy how many people speak decent English here. So even if you have like a local life, like something that's away from all the fancy stuff that you see in people's videos and whatever, you can still actually have a functional life here without like being able to communicate in Tagalog fluently, let's say, or the other dialects of the Philippines, because there's so many of them. So yeah, I'm really impressed with how like life for foreigners is here. It really is comfortable, and I think that's why so many foreigners come and live in the Philippines.
I'm going to end the vlog for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've got 45-minute drive back into the city now. Hopefully we'll be arriving just on time before the bad heavy traffic hits. Hopefully we're going to be missing that